Good, y'all listen. Look, I'm mad I even gotta say this.
Why are we acting like this is not?
There's nothing wrong with hate. You've got to hate some things with a passion. And destruction, they must dislike and hate with a passion.
Hello. All right. There's no point in me even doing all that. Hey, y'all. What's up? What's going on? Good to be here. Good to see you. It's been a few days. So sorry. I apologize about that. We back on track. Yeah, I hope you all have been having a wonderful weekend. Hope the weekend has been good. Today is Monday. Shout out to TikTok, baby. I only be on here for a little bit. TikTok. I'm YouTube. I'm really on YouTube. This is just a preview for y'all to come on to YouTube. But appreciate the gifts. Thanks, y'all. Like up the screen. It's type of screen if you win. I appreciate it. Anyways, so yeah, we got a couple things to talk about. A few things to review. Yeah. It's a lot going on. I'm gonna get into oh, you know what? Let me start with this actually, because I ain't watched it yet. I kind of want to know y'all thoughts. For those on the playback as well, if y'all seen it. But I don't know if y'all seen Jussie Smollett. This Negro got a damn Netflix documentary. And you got Negroes running around on the internet talking about, really on TikTok, from what I'm seeing, niggas running around on the internet talking about this Negro is innocent. I mean, he's innocent. Oh my gosh, I knew it. I knew he was innocent. He's innocent. This is crazy. Y'all have not watched the documentary. I'm not gonna lie to you, haven't seen it. So I'm not going to give my thoughts on the documentary itself because I haven't seen it, so I can't. What I will say is that even when I do watch that documentary, I'm probably still going to think, I'm not going to even say probably, I'm still going to think that nigga lied. That nigga lied. He lied. I get it, he FBA. I don't want it. I don't want that. He's FBA. I will want him. And I think he's only half, actually. I think like half white or something like that. Or YT. TikTok. I don't want to think that he lied. I want it to be a W for FBAs. I always want us to get W's. But nigga, that nigga lied. He lied for sure. He was scamming. This nigga went and got the most scamming ass niggas he could find, these fucking Nigerians, and scammed and lied. That's why he's not getting back on. He's not getting back on it. He's not getting back in Hollywood. Not getting back on. You better go hit up some independent Negroes and don't give a fuck about that, and we'll put him in the film. But he's not getting back. He's not getting to Lovecraft Country where his sister's at. It's not happening. He's not getting back in the good graces of even Black America. Damn Hollywood. Nobody's about to be letting this Negro back in like that. He lied. It was like, nigga, you out at 2 a.m. getting a Subway sandwich in the middle of a blizzard. Nigga, you was lying. We know it. So I don't feel like I will be swayed any further. And mind you, this is like 3-4. How long ago was that? That shit was like, I don't even remember how long ago that was. It was long as shit ago, it feels like. Oh, wow. Nobody was talking about it. There was a trending. Your sister ain't going viral or something. Nobody brought it up. So the fact that they gave him this damn document, I mean, it's like, I want you to be able to save face, but it's not going to happen. I do not see me watching this documentary and being like, oh my God, whoa, my world is turned upside down. This nigga's innocent. I'm not seeing that. I'm sorry. And then finding out, I'm seeing clips, not clips from it, but I'm seeing clips of people talking about it again. And when I tell you, when somebody said that this nigga was off drugs, my bad, TikTok, DURGS. Damn, I hate doing TikTok. I hate the censoring on TikTok. This man was fiending for a scratch, for an itch. He was fiending to scratch that itch. Let me say that. When I found that out, I said he was definitely lying. So you was off drugs? And you was out at 2. That's why you was out at 2 a.m. because you was off drugs. Right there. That's all I needed to know. The nigga was definitely lying. Come on, bruh. I'm just like, I don't know what they said in this documentary that's so like mind-boggling for people to feel like he's not guilty anymore. But I'm like, I don't see how they can say anything that's going to prove he's not lying. Like, and I know, and then I heard some people talking about Chicago PD. First of all, we already know Chicago PD is hella corrupt, like the majority. I would say all, but for the sake of TikTok and for what you call it, majority. of PD of police departments in America are corrupted. That's the purpose. They were purposely made corrupt. Okay. So that's not surprising. But especially when it comes to Chicago, I know I've heard people talk about how they be setting niggas up, framing. So Chicago PD specifically already has a bad rep. Let me just say that. So that doesn't take away. Jussie lying doesn't take away from them doing some corrupt shit. Of course, they probably did some corrupt shit. I seen a clip of a sister saying, I follow this sister too. Damn, I should have wrote down her handle. I forgot. So I can remember, but she made a very good point. She was essentially saying what I'm saying now. Like, well, she had watched it, and she was saying that it didn't change her mind. She just think both sides was lying, and I think that she probably had the best consensus of the documentary. I feel like she probably had the closest to what I would probably feel like after I watch it, which is that both sides were lying. Jussie was lying, but also the police was lying. The police said they felt the pressure to solve the case. They knew it was a lot of public. It was a high profile case. So they went with the lie. They knew that they was lying. So they said, "Shit, you want to lie? Like, we can't prove you lying. So we gonna go with the lie. Here go the problem solved. Case closed. There you go. That's it. So that's what she got from it. I feel like that's probably what I'm going to get from it. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. What did y'all get from it? But yeah, I'm not seeing how a lot of y'all coming out talking about this nigga's just innocent. I couldn't believe it. I said, wow, niggas is really just rolling down the gate. He's innocent. I'm like, wow, amazing. They must have had some hardcore proof. And that's just to say the first half of the documentary, they're just exposing what Jussie is lying about. And in the second half of the documentary, they're exposing what the police lied about. But it's never really a stamp hard, like, here's the truth, here's the facts. He's innocent. Like, that's not what we're going to get. And I think some people are walking away from it with that as the conclusion, and that's not what the purpose, that ain't what the purpose was. So, yeah, egregious. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know. Y'all let me know I do want to know what y'all think in the comments below, but I think I will end up watching it at some point. I got to watch I wanted to watch that Katrina documentary first, though. I still haven't watched that. So maybe I'll watch that before I watch the Jussie Smollett one. But yeah, man, I'm sorry. Yeah, hell, everybody lying. We know them guys be lying. But yeah, I'm just not seeing how niggas saying that he's innocent. I don't know how y'all got that. I don't know how y'all got to that conclusion, but you let me know in the comments how you got to that conclusion, because I'm not seeing it. Now earlier, do I want to talk about? I think I'm gonna talk about it on the second half. On the second half of this live. What did he just say? So since he's enjoying the space with you, Afro. Shout out to Afro and BX. Shit, I'm gonna talk about this SNC CEO thing, but me and Afro, y'all know we do For the Culture together. Subscribe to For the Culture, okay? But we also be going live on TikTok together a lot. He'll start these lives, and I'll be like the co-host. And we'll have like a panel, and BX is like the moderator. It's really cool. Really good. We talk about different things. It'd be cool. So today we was actually talking about the what I'm about to talk about, this SNCEO. So if y'all want to see those panels live, you got to follow us on TikTok. Okay. Subscribe to For the Culture page, because For the Culture has all of the playbacks of those TikTok lives. Like the audio of it goes on YouTube, goes on our YouTube page. So y'all go over there and check those out. But we did talk about that today. I'll probably mention a couple things that we talked about when I get to that. Now let me see. Now y'all know that oh, hold up. Should I get to Trump? Hold on. Let me see. I got a buffer in between. I got this buffer in between. Let me do this right quick. Let me talk about this. Oh man, I feel like I'm getting a little coffee. I'm about to choke up off that damn cough over there. So Will Smith, y'all know Will Smith been going through a midlife crisis. I don't know why. I do know why. The whole Jada, August, Chris Rock. It was a lot of things building up to this point. He's going through a midlife crisis or something at this point. All right, y'all know that he's trying to do music. He just dropped the album a few months ago. He's been touring the music and shit like that. A lot of people has been clowning him because of his freestyles online. Everybody ain't, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people saying it's good. It would be better with better production, better beats, etc. But it's still giving midlife crisis. It's still giving like, would you get your ass back to the movie theater? We need to see you in the film. We want to see you. Okay, go do some tight shit in the film. We don't want to see you. Okay, we good on the music. We good. Unless it's First Person Bel-Air or some other, parents just don't understand something we want to hear you, kind of bring up to perform. We not the new music. You can save it. Okay, give it to your son. But yeah, so recently I can't play this. I can't play the audio on this. It's going to be copyrighted. But this clip right here is going viral. Yeah, this clip right here is going viral because, and mind you, even if you just I'm just looking at it, like this looks like some sort of like B-roll or something. Now, this is going viral because they're saying that this is AI. It looks like some sort of AI. This should look like it's some sort of like, again, like some sort of B-roll you just got off the internet to put in as a buffer for a damn documentary or something. They're saying that this is AI footage. Now, if you look closely, it does give AI. First of all, I don't even know what's going on right here. Why are you crying at a Will Smith concert? There's literally never a reason to cry at a Will Smith concert. I'm confused. Parents don't understand. He has no song. He has no songs that will make you want to cry like this. This is crazy. So it's a lot going on. Even the different shots of these, like it just looked like, why do they look like they're from different times? This look like this is from, they look like some of that came from a movie, some of it came from a news, some B-roll from a news network or something. Like this, it doesn't even look real. Hold on, let me get to the screenshots. So, like, even if you look at this, the faces are blurry. These aren't even real fake. Like, all of this shit, I'm like, they're faking crowds. And you know why this is not crazy? Because they've been doing this. And it's funny, not even funny. It's not even ironic. It's intentional. Damn, these people are crazy. These people are really diabolical. Will Smith has been kind of, as far as celebrities, he's been kind of spearheading this AI thing. I remember, if y'all don't remember, I'm sure y'all seen it though. He did a video a few years ago when AI was just now getting like popular or like kind of coming up. And he was like, yeah, you know, I'm in this new AI video, And it was like, no. I'm convoluting two stories. One, it was a video of AI. I mean, of Will Smith, an AI video of Will Smith. He was eating spaghetti from like a while ago. And that was when AI first started. Everybody was making fun of it. But Will Smith, this was just like 2 years ago, a couple years ago when he did this. Will Smith got on the internet and he was like, yeah, it was for promotion, I think, for Gemini Man, that movie he did. And he was like, yeah, you know, none of this is real. Like, oh, I stopped aging. You don't wonder why I don't age? Because I stopped aging. None of this is real. And he was in a green screen. Oh, this green screen is actually AI. And this AI is actually So he's already been kind of spearheading that what's real and what's not. You know what I'm saying? The confusion, the blurring the lines of AI and reality. He's already been pushing that agenda. So to have this, when he's coming out with music, you be looking at his crowds, and now we're seeing AI crowds possibly, is no coincidence. That means he's being used for that. Okay. But yeah, these pictures are definitely very telling. These don't look like no damn these don't look like no regular ass concert pictures. These are AI. These are for sure AI images, like 100%. They look straight like AI. Hold up. Let me try to get back to this one. These joints look like AI. Oh, this is the one I paused on. Yeah, this is AI. Look at the background. You can barely even make out the faces. That's not real. That's not from no real damn concert. And it don't even look like, honestly, if you look at this, it don't even look like this video. That don't even look like the same place. What is that? This don't even, and all of these white folks, I'm like, ain't no black people. I mean, I know white people love Will Smith. I know that. White people do like Will Smith. That's true. And I wouldn't be surprised if they was big fans of his music either. Honestly, that doesn't really surprise me either. But y'all ain't had no black people up in this joint. I seen somebody put that in the comments like, damn, y'all couldn't AI no black people up in this. Like, for real, y'all gonna fake the crowd, make it a little diverse. I'm just saying. But all of this don't even look like it's coming from the same event. I'm like, it's not a good look. It's not a good look, Will Smith. It's not a good look, man. I don't know. He just need to focus on movies. I don't know why he's trying to step out of his realm. Movies is the answer. Okay, that's how you gonna come up. Yeah, it's embarrassing at this point. The whole crowd is YT. Yes, the whole crowd is YT. Gemini Man, that's just a blizzard. It was a polar vortex that night. Exactly. I'm like, what? It was cold as hell. Like. That nigga was lying. Gotta feel bad for him in a way because he's going out bad. You talking about Will Smith or Jussie Smollett? Honestly, that could apply to both. for real. Like, egregious. You think they protected him because he was GAY? Possibly. They could have been using him, but it's like, even if that was, they threw him away. You know what I'm saying? That was a throwaway. You know, I'm like, Jussie, I don't know what his point is. And honestly, at this point, you know what? I'm off that. I ain't gonna even bother. It's all right. Let me see. Let me see before I get to, because I don't want to talk about Trump on here on TikTok. It's going to trigger it. Oh, let me talk about this. So y'all know Amanda Seales was going viral last week. Let me pull this up on a tab on its own. Y'all know Amanda Seales was going viral last week. She still kind of is, honestly. People still talking about it. But she was on Jubilee, and Jubilee had a like, you know, they do those whatever versus whatever. She did that. She did one of those, and it was like 20 conservatives versus a revolutionary or something. I forgot what her title was. But she was going against 20 conservatives. Now, she went viral. Mind you, Amanda already has some controversial image. She already has, like, she don't got the best connection to FBAs on the grassroots. She is half the FBA herself, but she's had a lot of controversial, like, things that she's been through, things that she said. I've talked about it earlier on our live too, on the live with Afro. I was saying that she's repeatedly had some anti-black male rhetoric, which has put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, including mine. Okay, so yeah, she needless to say, she ain't the biggest fan. Okay, she ain't black people. You know what I'm saying? Black people ain't the biggest fan of hers. But with this 20 versus her thing, these 20 conservatives versus her, it did help her out. I gave her a little one up. I'm not gonna lie, because it was a good look for her. Okay, it was a lot of homegrown. It was some homegrown, okay, raccoons up there, but it was also a lot of non-FBA raccoons up there. And I don't know, it felt like she'd been paying attention to the FBA talking points on the grassroots. She'd been paying attention to our talking points, because she definitely got up there and stood on FBA business. I ain't gonna lie. She got up there. She told them tethers, hey, look, if y'all ain't FBA, she didn't say FBA. She didn't use the term FBA, but she didn't say, but she was alluding to, but she was like, yeah, if y'all ain't FBA, y'all shouldn't be speaking on their problems. If you ain't from here, why do you feel like you have this entitlement to speak on a group of people that you don't even identify with, but you want to speak on their problems and their politics and their and then you don't even want to show no grace, but you're so quick to speak and speak down upon it at that. So yeah, she did do a pretty good job. I'm not gonna lie, and I really like the fact that she stood on that, like, yeah, non-FBAs, mind y'all damn business. That was one of the clips of her that went the most viral. A lot of people like that, so it was a good look for her. Now she's getting interviewed, and people are kind of talking about what happened and showing her some more attention, and kind of going through the things, because Amanda's not a dummy. She's a smart woman. Okay, I think she got a couple degrees, if I'm not mistaken, in like African American studies specifically. So she's smart. That's nothing I've ever But the problem is right here. This is part of Amanda Seales' problem. This is why as soon as she gets support, it drops, because he be saying shit like this. Oh, hold up. Child, I'm not even sharing the screen. Y'all can't see this. What the mess? Y'all cannot see this. So sorry. Hold up. Wait, am I sharing the screen? I am sharing the screen. Why is that playing? Oh, I'm sharing the wrong screen. So sorry. Embarrassing. 2 seconds. I'm going to fix that. I do apologize. All right, there we go. Yeah, but as soon as she gets support, it's hard for her to keep that support, because she goes and says shit.
Why go into that space knowing it could go off the rails?
Because ultimately we are in a desperate time of disinformation. Like, I call this the age of idiocy, right? And we know that when it comes to the internet, when it comes to media, there really has just been a commitment to not telling whole truths. We know that when it comes to academia, when it comes to nonprofits, like, it's just not a truthful time. And I know that I'm OD truthful, which is why sometimes people have an issue. But when you are of this type of mindset, when you are a revolutionary, when you know that you have the facts, you are responsible to explain it over and over and over again. That is a quote from the great Thomas Sankara of Burkina Faso. And I know that about myself and many of my peers. We understand that we have to put ourselves in these spaces sometimes and take the bruise and annoyance, knowing that we aren't speaking to just these individuals. We're speaking to an entire audience watching who may never have heard what we have to say, and they need to.
What was your goal? Why go in?
Oh yeah, the age of idiocy. If this were the age of idiocy, Amanda, everyone would be going against you. If this were the age of idiocy, Amanda, no one would be supporting you right now. If this were the age of idiocy, no one would be talking about how they had all them TikTok raccooning as tethers up on a panel and how that was a misrepresentation of FBAs on a grassroots. In the grassroots. It's like, how do you find a way to insult niggas who are supporting you, babe? Like, they do not, you said yourself, you called out the non-FBAs yourself in their first response after you come off this high from FBAs, like, yeah, Amanda, woo, you did it, girl. You did that. You ate them up. Yeah, you smart as hell. Yeah, you on code. Yeah, and you turn around, the first thing to come out your fucking mouth is, this is the age of idiocy, girl. Girl, you do it to you. Girl, you do it to yourself. Every fucking time you do it to yourself. You do it to yourself. This is why I told that girl earlier who was on live, she's a bad example, because she was talking about, oh yeah, you know, some black people celebrities who speak out and go against the system, you know, they get blackballed and they get all this trouble, and, you know, look at people like Amanda Seales. No, not her. Not her. She got issues, man. This woman got issues. I don't know if it's narcissism. She says she's autistic. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's literally, it might be like, I think it is. I know she self-diagnosed herself with autism. I don't know. I don't know if she got the right diagnosis, but her ass need to be diagnosed with something. Because how the fuck do you fumble this bag? This was such an easy bag for you to take. Keep going with. You could have kept talking about your ancestry. We don't know much. You only hear her talk about her Grenadian ancestry. That's why I think that's why a lot of people, and I think most people only hear her talk about her Grenadian ancestry for the most part. Which is why a lot of people think that she's mixed with white tea, or think that she's completely non-FBA. No, she's actually half FBA. This would have been a perfect opportunity for you to take that bag that you had of everybody on your line because you did such a good job. Hey, y'all, let's get into this lineage conversation. I'm actually half FBA. Hey, I'm da-da-da. Hey, my ancestry is this. Hey, that would have been a great way for you to work your way back in. But for you to come on, and then not only this, I wish I would have pulled up the other clips. I seen another clip of her talking about, I think she mentioned FBA, if I'm not mistaken, and she said some shit about it. I'm not going to misquote the girl. But I think she was saying something insulting towards the term FBA, if I'm not mistaken. She was like, oh, nah, them niggas don't want to be black. Something like that. I got to look it up. I'm not going to misquote the girl. But I'm like, for this to be the first thing after you just came off this high, it shows how you fumbled your own bag. You're fucking it up for yourself. You're doing these. These are your own patterns and behaviors. That's why you're at where you're at. That's why Issa ain't let you in that damn party. She keep bringing up Issa Rae, bitch. We see why Issa ain't let you in. You crazy as hell. Girl, you ain't got no amount of self-awareness, child. And you in your 40s. What are we talking about right now? This is like, girl, why the fuck would you come out and say some stupid shit like that and you're getting so much praise? This is the age of idiocy? No. This is the age of awakening. That's why so many black people in the grassroots aren't even paying attention. That's why we're looking. Because we're waking up. There's a spiritual awakening happening. Not no damn idiot. What are you talking about? What are you, like, it's you always trying to why are you trying to put this fluff around you? It's very egotistical, very narcissistic. Yeah, you know, I knew I was going to be right. This is the age of idiocy because everybody's just an idiot. And I'm the only one around here picking up a book. Like, girl. You do it to yourself, child. She do it to herself. I mean, every time. You do it to you. I know you can see all that. Y'all looking at my shit. Y'all ain't even gonna say nothing, huh? my shit down. TikTok over here getting a sneak peek, getting a peep show and shit. Yeah, girl, you do it to yourself, man. She be blowing the shit out of me. She be blowing me. Because just like, what I'm not gonna say, just like, but similar to Candace Owens, if Candace Owens wasn't a raccoon, these would be great contributions for our fight against this system. They would be great contributions. Their words. We need great wordsmiths. We need good people who are intellectuals, who are intelligent, that know how to communicate, that know how to clearly make points, that know how to know the history. That we need people like that. But you're fighting for the wrong team. Or at least Candace is. Amanda, I'm not gonna say she fighting for the wrong team, but you trying to center yourself on a team. I think that's what Amanda's problem is. Candace is fighting for the wrong team, and Amanda is trying to center herself like she the motherfucking captain. And girl, you're not even a coach. You just a player. You a good player though, but you just a player on the team, man. She be blowing the shit out of me. Oh Lord Jesus Christ. I don't know. Hopefully she worked that out at some point. I can't do it. Shorty be tripping. I can't do it. Now, y'all know we on this boycott wave right now. Boycott wave is going very good. I have not supported any immigrant businesses. Okay, that's a lie. I have gone to a gas station or two with some immigrants there. I'm sure the immigrants working in there were probably related to the owner. So yeah, in that way, I probably did. Okay. But I have not unnecessarily supported any immigrant-owned businesses. But you know, it's crazy. The timing of this is insane because right now, not only are we doing this boycott, but also people are trying to boycott. Speaking of immigrants, people are trying to boycott Drake right now as well, who's also an immigrant. So I'm cool with that. Hey, he can be included. I don't like Drake though. I boycott that nigga on the regular anyway. So boycott Drake. That ain't nothing for me, but this is the reason why. This is a brother reacting to. I'm not sure who the original creator is. Who is that? I can't tell. That thing is too small. But this brother not the brother y'all see on the screen, but the brother he's looking at it. I don't even know if y'all can really see it, but he's right there under Drake, like right beside him. Smaller. He is suggesting that FBA's boycott Drake album. Drake is about to drop an album, so let's hear why.
For media blackout when this Iceman album dropped. And what I mean by that is I don't think any of us should make YouTube videos, react to the album in any way, shape, or form on this platform. That's just how I feel. You see what I'm saying? And before I get into breaking down why and all the different stuff, I just want to say I'm not mad if you choose to decide to react to the album. I don't think the YouTube subscribers and the people that support us should be pointing fingers and saying he's compromised if they react to the album or nothing like that. I don't think so, especially because some accounts are purely reaction channels. So, of course, take that opportunity, do what you got to do, okay? But what I'm saying is, I think...
Now, I don't know if y'all catching what he's saying already, but...
Okay, so the brother is saying not only should we boycott, but he's saying that there should be a black media... there should be a new black media blackout for his album. Because y'all know that Drake relies, I don't think we realize how much, at least Kendrick kind of woke us up to it. But I don't think, especially the younger generation, I don't think they realize how much Drake relies on us to survive. He needs our validation, not only for his ticket sales, but for his pride, for his ego, for his insecurities, his lack of blackness he grew up with. He needs our validation. A part of him getting that validation is all of these streamers pushing his album. A lot of the people, especially these young kids who's listening to his album, a lot of them are only listening to it or feel the way they feel about it because their favorite streamer said, oh yeah, this joint crank. Oh no, this shit is terrible. This is garbage. This is doo-doo. Ain't nobody gonna listen to this. They hold a huge, they influence a huge part of public opinion. It's at least for the younger generation, that's for sure. Now, when you talk about radio stations and old head podcasts and hip hop podcasts, stuff like that, that might be me and 25 and up. But this younger crowd is heavily influenced by these streamers, by these influencers, these TikTokers, these people online. The black media online who are reviewing his album, who are pushing his album, who are pushing the best songs, who are making these TikToks to his song. We are the ones that are making sure that this man gets boosted the way that he wants to in our community and worldwide. To be honest, if we don't get it popping, it ain't gonna get popping. If we ain't do Kiki, do you love me? Are you wildin'? Nigga, nobody would have been doing that. Do you think some Asians would have came up with Kiki? Do you? No. The Dominicans wasn't coming up with that. The Haitians nobody was coming up with that shit but us. That only started trending because we started doing it. That's it, because we did it. I think Shiggy was the one that came up. Shiggy is actually Caribbean, but he's in New York. He's influenced heavily by Black American culture. He was born here. The only reason it went viral, and if it was just Caribbeans doing it, it wouldn't have went worldwide. Trust me. If he would have just tried to push that to the Caribbean, no. The only reason this shit went viral is because Black Americans got a hold of it, and we flipped that motherfucker and blew it up. And the whole world looks at us for influence. So if the FBA is doing it, then we gonna do it. So they did it. So Drake knows that. Moreover, his label knows that. They know that. So they need us. These labels actively reach out. They will pay. They actively pay these streamers, specifically the streamers, but even other content creators, especially on YouTube. They pay these people to review these albums. It helps push the sales. They want people to get in. They want people out there arguing, debating over what's the best song, pushing what was whack, what wasn't, what type of lines that they saw. He threw a little sneak this to somebody. They want you to do that. It pushes the music, pushes his sound, pushes his brand. But if we're not doing that, baby, it's going to significantly hurt him. Now, is he still going to have some of the young crowd? Yeah, some of these young joints, these young guys, they don't care. They don't care about all the politics and the reasoning why we shouldn't be listening to him. They're like, man, a nigga make good music, I'm gonna listen to it. So some people are going to listen to it regardless, but the crowd, the base that he's trying to get to, that he's trying to get back to, at least, he's never going to get back to that if we don't support it. We have to support it in order for him to get that bag he's really wanting. We would have to support that and make it go viral, let it trend. So yeah, I'm with it. I don't like Drake. He's a culture vulture. I feel like we could have did this with Kendrick, honestly, but I don't think he dropped the album after the whole Kendrick thing. Did he drop the album after the Kendrick thing? I don't think he hasn't dropped the album since the Kendrick back and forth, has he? I don't think so. But I wouldn't listen to his album regardless, so I'm definitely with it. But it's time for the vulture to go. So I'm with this. I think I'm definitely for. I really hope that's the only reason why I brought it up, because I really want other Black creators, the hip-hop Black creators who make content about rappers and review albums. Please stay away from this nigga album. Please stay away from his album. Leave it alone. Leave it to dry. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Okay. Yeah. I definitely want to support that. And honestly, not just August. We don't have to ever support that nigga music no more. We good. We can let his music die out. I'm cool with that. But definitely with this next album, let's go ahead. Especially because he's suing Kendrick. Actually, and I think what the brother said that in the video, but that's what sparked the boycott and him saying us having a media blackout, because he's suing fucking Kendrick. Like on some he's suing Kendrick. I'm not about to get into that whole thing, but he's suing Kendrick on some bullshit, okay? So yeah, I think it's time. Let's get him up out of here. Let's get him when them numbers start to drop in. He already reverting back to his Canadian ways. He got that bullshit ass Canadian accent he keep putting on, faking, performing with. Because that ain't really his damn accent. You ain't been in Canada, I don't know how damn long. Your accent wasn't even that strong on Degrassi. Please get the fuck out of here talking about Crody. No, man. Get the money, man. Girl, boy, he be faking like shit. Okay, honestly, Drake might just need to pivot to acting. He need to pivot back to acting. That might be his best bet. Because music, he might need to go ahead and switch over. Drop Drake. Go ahead and switch back to Aubrey Graham. Get yourself a serious role, but people can take you serious. Don't try to play no gangster, no fighter. Don't try to play no revolutionary. You're none of those. You can't even come off like any of those. You need to come off with somebody play a nigga that know how to play chess, like a Will Smith type nigga. Like maybe you come from like a sort of rough back, like you got a single mom, but y'all in the suburbs, but y'all not really in the hood, but you got a dad who's like foreign, and he's out of the country, and you wait for him to come back, and while you wait for him to come back, you got to support your mom, and in order for you to support your mom, you got to go play this chess game, because your dad taught you how to play chess when you was young, so now you got to play this chess, and now you like in a chess club with other Black people who are also kind of weird and non-FBA, and then y'all come together, and y'all like, get to know each other, and then you like become a better person. And yeah, you go and win the chess match. And, That's how you rebrand. There you go. Now you got a Keela and the B hit on your hands. There you go. That'll be straight. That you need to switch back to acting. But this rapping shit, I really think it's over for you, babe. It's done. You're done with. You're done for, baby. It's over. Like I'm not seeing a comeback for real from this. But we'll see. I guess we'll see how it goes. All right, now let's get into the CEO right quick. Let's go ahead and get into the CEO before we get into DC, because I'm gonna save DC for last because it's a few clips I want to show. TikTok, I appreciate y'all. Y'all some real ones for rocking with the realists. Some inspirational. He's suing UMG. He's suing UMG. Correction, not Kendrick. He's suing UMG. Oh yeah, he's suing UMG because doesn't he want them to? But no, hold up. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody put it in the comments. I thought he was suing because he wanted Kendrick to prove. He wanted Kendrick to take a DNA test or something like that. He wanted him to prove the stuff that he was saying in his diss against him. Because I know he was suing UMG before, because he tried to say that UMG was basically backing Kendrick's play and like helping him out with his streams and stuff like that. But I think he was trying to get him to prove the stuff that he said in the song. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Somewhere in the right vicinity. He's suing for ownership of his masters from UMG. So why am I seeing stuff about him trying to get Kendrick to take a DNA test and shit? Like, what is all of that? To prove that he didn't pay people to say they liked his music. Okay, right. I remember that, but that was from a few months ago. Is this the same lawsuit or are these different lawsuits? Because I thought the original lawsuit he had against UMG was just because because Kendrick was what you call it. Let me Google it right quick. Because Kendrick, I'm actually about to get off here. My phone about to die. I get 3%, and we already 30 minutes in, so I'm about to gotta come on over to YouTube. But I'm like, I know the original lawsuit was him just suing because he wanted UMG to prove that they wasn't basically helping Kendrick out in their beef. This is why it gets more and more bizarre. Yeah, egregious. To prove that he didn't pay people to say they like this music. Which one is false? Is the what you call for? I'll Google it. I gotta get the hell above it. Man, yeah. Google it, they'll find out. Let me see something right quick. My bad, that's just gonna bother me. Let me just see. Drake sues. Let me just get to clarify this right quick. UMG. Why is he suing him again? What the hell this? Let's call Drake Kato Callan. No, hold up. Let me see something right quick. I just want to see y'all. So sorry. I'm curious. Hip hop between Cursory Connor, blah blah blah. Drake draws parallels between the nearing expiration of UMG contract and their alleged support of the defamatory tracks against him, stating, "Hold up, my bad. I gotta fix my glasses." That hot, child. I just get hot like that out of nowhere. Damn. Hold up. Where my glasses go? All right. All right. In his filing, Drake draws parallels between the nearing expiration of his UMG contract and their alleged support of the defamatory tracks against him, stating UMG anticipated that extending Drake's contract will be costly. By devaluing Drake's music and brand, UMG would gain leverage to force Drake to sign a new deal on terms more favorable to UMG. His legal team further speculated that UMG alleged practices were prompted by pressure to fulfill their short-term deal with Lamar. Okay, so information. I'm trying to figure out, why did I keep seeing something about this nigga wanting him to take a damn DNA test or something, or like prove that Dave Free wasn't Kendrick's kids. I'm like, what the hell was all of that shit that I see? Maybe that was just some headlines that was, you know what I'm saying, like some clickbaitish headlines I was saying. But I seen that like 3-4 times. The internal dynamics between the Interscope and Republican with multiple labels. Okay, I'm about to go too far into this. I don't care that much, honestly. I'll look back into it later. But yeah, outrageous everything. I'm boycotting Drake. Yeah, I'm not listening to that nigga album, and I suggest y'all don't either. So yeah, that's what we have with it. Not rocking with the Drake, man. Not rocking with his album. Don't listen to that shit. Honestly, even if he wasn't suing, I would still be with it. He's a 69 God, so I'm good. You know, I wasn't about to listen to that nigga album, but I am definitely with a black media New Black Media blackout. We for sure need to get with that. Absolutely. All right, now, so this lady, the CEO of Essence. Now, y'all know Essence Fest recently. The one from this year was actually the worst one thus far. So I've been told, or so what's been said thus far. The ticket sales were tremendously low. A lot of FBAs that went said that the feeling of it, some of the themes that they had, events that they had, was not FBA centered. Okay. A lot of things was disorganized. They had a lot of performers performing late as hell, a lot of things going wrong. They had Juvia's Place, a non-FBA makeup company out there scamming niggas and shit. Like, it was not good. Okay. And the reason why it wasn't good is because the new ownership, part of that new ownership is this new CEO. I think she got here like what was she the new 4 years? She's been here for 4 years. But the owner of Essence, the guy who bought Essence, is this African dude, okay, non-FBA, and he has made it his kind of mission. Him along with the CEO, both of them has made it their mission to basically Africanize Essence Fest. They've kind of made it their mission to not center Black American culture anymore, as far as Essence Fest. So they're trying to change it, essentially. So the CEO, Carolina Wanga, and let me just say this before I say the rest, but because they've done all that, the pushback, the backlash they've gotten from FBAs on the grassroots is out of this damn world. I don't even think they anticipated this much pushback as they got. A lot of pushback, not only just from people on the grassroots, but we're talking about mainstream. They've had multiple interviews, people talking about it, like it's all over the place. People talking about how bad Essence Fest was and how much foundational Black Americans didn't feel connected to it. Okay, so it was a lot of pushback they got from this. So much so that now, Carolina Wanga, the CEO, she has now officially announced her departure from Essence after 4 years as president and CEO. So let's read a little bit, okay? In a statement shared on Monday, August 25th, the company announced that Wanga is officially stepping down. I probably pronounce it that way. It just looks like Wanga, but Wanga, whatever. Is officially stepping down as president and CEO to enter the next chapter of her career. Okay. We are profoundly grateful to Caroline for her leadership, vision, and unwavering advocacy of Black women and culture. I can't. Rich Lou, I think that's how you pronounce it. Richie Lou, something like that. Dennis, that's the owner, founder and chairman of Sundial Technology and Media Group, a parent company of Essence Ventures, said in a release, her expertise in culture, equity, and organizational change has fueled progress across the Essence Ventures portfolio. Carolina has left an indelible. I'm fucking that up. I'm messing that word up. Mark on Essence and beyond. And we celebrate the many ways she has amplified our mission and impact. Wanga has been on a health leave. Okay, now this is really it. This is the cover up, at least to me. Wanga had been on a health leave since September 2024. What just happened? Why did my screen just jump like that? What the hell just happened? Why did it just do that? I don't know why I just did that. Wanga had been on a health leave since September 2024 after leading Essence Ventures through a transformative 4 years. She took on the top role in 2020, overseeing not only the magazine, but also Afropunk, BeautyCon, and Essence Studios. Now, we were just talking about earlier on the live. Afropunk was she fumbled that bag. Apparently, she fucked Afropunk all the way up. Okay, but that's another subject. But apparently, she did that too. She fumbled that bag just like she fumbled Essence. Let me see. The opportunities to serve Black women as CEOs of home, culture, and community will forever represent pride. To do my best to serve will forever represent courage, and fulfilling my next purpose, calling, will forever represent conviction, Wanga said in the release. A cultural architect and author with a background in diversity, equity, and inclusion, Wanga spent 15 years at Target, where she rose to become Chief Culture, Diversity, and Inclusion Officer before joining Essence. Why does the screen keep moving? What is that? Ad or something? Why does it keep doing that by itself? I have no idea why it keeps doing it. It keeps going up. Fast as she succeeded Dennis as CEO following his 2018 acquisition. I'm sorry. Of why does it keep doing that? All right, I'm about to get off here. It don't even matter. It's okay. Acquisition of the brand from Time Inc. So yeah, I don't know, y'all. This is giving me cover up. This is giving me y'all don't want to admit y'all was wrong. Okay. I get that she was on a health leave since September, but yeah. The last few Essence Fest has been going down. This talk that the Essence Fest was kind of falling off has been chit chatter of it for a minute. I think they felt that, and I think this past Essence Festival recently was like the cherry on top. I think that might have been like the nail in the coffin. Like, let me just go ahead and save face before I go too far. And I really can't, like reel it in rebrand. So let me just go ahead and get out of here early before I do too much, before I put any more stains on my jackets and switch to something else right quick, because these FBAs is on my ass. That's what it's giving me. It was so many. When I say, if you just look up Essence Fest, this lady picture pops up for so many FBA media channels. It's insane. FBAs on the grassroots, we are the main reason why these people, why the president, why the head, the owner, Mr. Dennis, why he felt the need to come on a Breakfast Club and address FBAs and what happened at Essence Fest. That's why he even got up there to even do it, because we put so much pressure. We were speaking so loudly, our voices could not be ignored on a grassroots level. It couldn't be ignored. It was too obvious that there was a problem going on. And if you would have ignored it, the next year you would have really felt it in your pockets. This year they felt it. Next year they was going to really feel it if they didn't address it at all. So of course you got to address it, and you got to do something about it. If not, your ticket sales are going to continue to go down. So they had to do something about it. So I think they already had planned this, had this in the works. Like, yeah, if this fest ain't it for you, baby, this is going to be your last fest. It's given, they was like, baby, this is it or this ain't it. This is going to be the last and final straw. If you fuck this up, we're going to have to get somebody else in your position. It's just that serious. We're going to let you bow out gracefully because we still on code with these non-FBAs. Y'all know the owner is non-FBA. So we still on code. We ain't going to just throw you out like you're trash. But we do got to get somebody up in here that's going to make us some money. So you're going to have to bow out gracefully. You do your little sick leave, and then you act like you're moving on to something else. And then we'll bring in somebody else to replace you that doesn't have such a smeared image to foundational Black Americans on a grassroots level. Because I already do too. The owner got a smeared image too. Not as bad as hers, but he got a smeared image too. So we need to bring in somebody, a fresh face that they don't like. That they're not familiar with, that they can grow to like, or that they already like, and not someone that they vehemently do not like and clearly see the anti-Blackness coming from. So they got to switch it up. It's given a play. And we was talking about this on live too. Afro mentioned, like, yeah, they probably going to get, I wouldn't be surprised if they got somebody in there that was probably like more appealing to FBAs. That was, maybe they're not FBA, but they kind of come off, like you wouldn't, like initially you're not going to really question it because they're very Americanized, but their lineage is not from here, not of here. And even if it's not that, it could be just a African. It could be a half African, half FBA baby. To be honest, could be one of them anchor babies. You never know. And they, FBA, technically they still FBA, but they pushing, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling it. I'm not falling for the trick bag. We was talking about this earlier, if we should just let Essence go or if we should try to save it. I'm with either or. A sister on live made a brilliant suggestion that she was saying that we need to do in New Orleans, they need to do like a panel, have like an FBA panel out there. They need to go to the state, get the state to buy Essence, let them be the heads of Essence and change it completely from inside out. I'm like, beautiful. That's great. I'm all for that. And another sister came in afterwards and was like, look, we just need to let that shit burn down. Let them have it. They didn't already Africanized it. It's just a festival. It's not like we can't do exactly what we've been doing. All we gotta do is do exactly what we're doing and rename it. We can redo another. So I'm like, yeah, that's true too. That's true too. Because if we're not supporting it, it's going to fail. I'm trying to tell you, it's going to fail. So we could let it burn and go to hell. But also, And Afro made this point that we have to hold on to things that we want. You know what I'm saying? We have to be able to pass on things and gatekeep and not only just create and innovate, but we have to hold on to it. We got to be able to pass it down. We can't do that if we just giving shit out every fucking time somebody put their hands on it, okay? Or just rolling over and not setting boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like country and rock and roll and so many other things that we've invented that now our face is not at the forefront of no more. Okay, we have to stop that pattern. So yeah, I'm completely with taking it back. I think bro's only been there for like 4 or 5 years, something like that, a few years. We've had it for longer. I ain't mad at it. So I would for sure be with going back there if it was some FBAs at the top and the bottom, from the top to the bottom. FBAs in there and they did what they needed to do for Essence Fest and it was right. I would go. I would try it out. I'm not gonna even lie. I would go. As long as I know ain't no non-FBAs at the head of it, I would go try it out. Like that ass. And ain't no coons. I would go try it out. Like I would give it a try. So I'm all for taking it back. And I think that's a great point as gatekeeping and holding on to our shit because we can't just let people just take our shit. We can't do that. So but I'm also my main thing is what's the most feasible, what's the most effective, what's the most impactful decision? Okay, so whichever one of those, if we gotta wait a year or two for them to create a board and get approval to buy Essence and all this other shit, why are we wasting time doing that? But we could just use that time to be creating something new, you know, create a whole new festival crew by going to a whole new space. So I mean, it's just whichever is more feasible, in my opinion, whichever is more again effective and impactful. But I'm with either way. But I do like Essence Fest. I like the, you know, I've never been, but I like the theme of it from things that I've seen of it from before, like pre-Africanization. It looked like a great time. That looked like something like, damn, I wish I would have went to that. Like, what the fuck? It's the greatest. I wish I could have went to something like that. But yeah. So I mean, either way, we'll see how it unfolds. But I do think that next person they're gonna use to replace her is gonna be either a half African, it's gonna be a half FBA, or it's gonna be a non-FBA. You know what? They might do an FBA too. I can't put it past them. It could be an FBA. It could be an FBA, but it might be an FBA that's like a Pan-Africanist. I'm gonna say that. If it is, I'm gonna go with one of those. I'm gonna go with either half FBA. I feel like the most likely what they're gonna do. I'm trying to think what I want my bet to be because we're gonna find out who the replacement is soon enough. So I'm like, I think I'm gonna put my bet on it being a half FBA who's like Pan-Africanist centered. Like, I feel like they either gonna go that route or they're gonna go non-FBA again, but Pan-Africanist centered and less obvious that they're trying to center their culture within ours. They will make it a lot less obvious. So it's either gonna be I think it's either gonna be a non-FBA. Who's basically like a repeat of this joint but less obvious, or a half FBA who's basically a repeat of this joint but less obvious. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see what the future holds. But I definitely know that ain't nobody get nobody that's FBA and on code. I mean, I'm not gonna say I know, because maybe if he's smart, he would get somebody that's FBA on code and knows the culture and knows how to get black people back in it. If he was smart, that's what he would do. But honestly, I don't really want that. I don't want him to get no FBA because I don't want them to re-Americanize it and it's not an American at the top of it. Like now we're just, you know, now we got some fake ass FBA shit. Because yes, actually it is FBA because the FBA put it together, but the person that's the face of it ain't FBA. So I ain't really with that. I hope he actually do get somebody that's not FBA. Like that ain't, you know, that ain't, as long as he's the owner, that ain't our shit. That's how I want us to look at it. It should not be a non-FBA owner on our shit. That was something that we already, especially something that we already previously owned. We need that back in our hands. Period. As long as he's the owner, I don't even think I can support that shit. I don't think I can't. I'm not supporting that shit. Period. I'm not. This year was enough reason for me not to. But yeah, so yeah. As long as he's the fucking owner, I'm not supporting that shit regardless. So yeah. They need a new owner. Point blank period. They should get you to run as easy. Man, running events is too damn much. I'm not doing that. That's a lot. As this festival, I know that should be a lot for whoever run it. I know it's a whole lot. Let me get into some of this right quick too from DC. Now, I talked about how I think the last time I went live, I talked about Trump. Was that about Trump? But I was talking about the English no hablas thing. But that's the live I did was about Trump, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think I was showing the videos. Y'all know that DC is under a federal takeover right now, having a, federal tyranny, going on right now in DC. It's egregious. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all know I live in the DMV. I'm in Maryland. I don't live in DC. Thank God. Okay. But I have been to DC a few times since the police have been out here, since these feds have been out here. Y'all, it's so damn quiet. Let me show y'all this. This is going to be a great example of what I mean. When I tell y'all it's quiet as hell in DC, right? It's quiet as hell. Like, I mean, it's quiet, like it's like eerie quiet. Like, it's so quiet in DC. At certain times of the day, it's like, am I even in DC? This shit feels weird. Like, I don't know. I don't even know. I'm not. Oh, hold up. That's the wrong one. I'm not even sure. Hold up. Where is it at? This is it. Oh, let me just show y'all this video right quick. So y'all can see what I'm talking about. Now, this is a brother. I think he's in DC right now, actually. He is. He's in DC right now. And this is him walking through the streets. Just listen.
DEA, ICE, it's all that outside in Washington, D.C. I don't even got it on my shoulder no more. I'm walking around with this. I ain't had none of this. I'm walking blocks with this. Listen, jump out on me if you want. I'm going to scream. They're going to be here in 33 seconds. As soon as you jump out, get that shit up. Ah! They going to help the shit out of me. Y'all can jump out of here I want. Good God almighty, boy. I got some motherfucking help. Some backup. For real, you jump out. I'm a bill. Look, they right here. Look, they outside. Oh, God almighty. I could just scream. They gonna help me.
Well, now, brother, relax. Okay. But bruh, do you guys hear how quiet it is? DC is never usually that damn quiet. I don't know what part of DC is it, but bruh, it's hella quiet. And I was just there. I was at my friend's house. What was that? Sunday night? It was so quiet. Oh my God. And I was I don't know what part he's in, but I was in Northeast? Was that Northeast? I think it was in Northeast on Sunday. Yeah, it was in Northeast. It was so quiet. And it's crazy because it was quiet as hell outside. When I went upstairs to use the bathroom, I could hear in the window like hella, like out of nowhere. Like out of nowhere, it was like hella what is it? Police sirens and helicopters, like something just, it was like it was going past the house. Like it was just like, woo, 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 woo. And then after that, it went silent again. I'm like, yo, this is weird as hell. This is weird. This is weird. It's eerie. It's an eerie feeling. It's very, like it's giving martial law is giving, what the fuck is that movie called? I forgot. But yeah. It's weird. I'm not gonna lie though. The feeling out in DC is definitely very weird, especially in certain areas. Very, kind of like stay on your 10 toes, okay? But also, you do got some people out here who believe that because it's so quiet, there's nobody outside. Well, let me say that's why it's so quiet is because nobody is outside. None of the young niggas are standing around in the corners and the young joints on the blocks. You know what I'm saying? By Union Station or on U Street walking. Usually U Street is crazy packed. Nobody's on U Street. U Street is always, I don't know if you haven't been to DC, but U Street has always got hella people. That's where all the tourists go. That's where all the young people go. It's hella clubs, like a strip of clubs. Nobody is going to U Street. Like, it's dry. It's always hella police over there. Nobody's, like, it's dry as shit out here, like in the DMV. It's very, very, dry. I think that's the best way I can put it in DC. So yeah, that was just a good example to show y'all how quiet it is. It's hella quiet, but it's also still some things going on. Hold on, let me get into these other videos. Also things I'm not feeling going on. Oh, I am feeling though. I'm kind of feeling this. I guess I'm kind of feeling this. Hold up. Let me show y'all. This is not a bad thing. But I didn't even know nothing about this. I don't know who threw it. It looked like it's actually, I'm not sure. It's a go-go playing. This is a protest. Yeah. So yeah, they got a sign out there that says free hashtag free DC till it's backwards. So they, you know, they protest. I think this is the second protest actually I seen out there. I seen another video of a protest too. I don't think that was the same one that I seen. I didn't hear about either one of those though. I don't know who's organizing these joints. You never know. Got to be careful. But that was one in DC. Hold on, let me see. Hold up. I got a video of him, some feds rolling up with some sisters too. Oh, hold up. My bad. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, they pulling up in DC. I mean, they protested in DC in certain areas. Hold up, let me pull this up right quick. You also got them still pulling up on people though, which is why I'm like, I'm not mad at the protest sign. I don't know who put that together, but I damn sure ain't mad at it because they definitely doing the most. Hold up.
Nobody right here. It's nobody in the car. How are y'all just going in people's cars? How are y'all just going in people's cars? Nobody was over here by this car. Nobody was in the car. I got it. I got the key. They used the little airbag thing because that's how they went in my car on M Street, and they not supposed to do that. It was nobody over here, nobody in the car, none of that. So how y'all just going in people's cars? Y'all not supposed to just go in people's cars. Nobody was in the car. Nobody was leaning on it. None of that. No, because why are y'all going in the car? Back up, y'all. Okay, back up. Okay, don't push me. Okay, don't push me because we didn't touch y'all. Don't push me because we didn't touch y'all. We did not touch y'all. We're trying to figure out why are you guys all going in the car. Nobody touched him, and he's touching people, pushing people.
Yeah, so they in there going up in people's cars. You got to be careful. That's why I mean, I don't think anybody in the DMV likes parking in DC. It's the worst place to park. But even more reason not to park in DC is because they're running up on your cars. Not only are they running up in your cars, they're actually running up and towing your damn cars.
Hey, good morning, my West. And DC is fed up. They is towing everything, Slim. They is towing everything. Down here on Sheriff Road, Slim. Oh, not the box Caprice. Hey, Mo, they taking everything. Hey, y'all. Oh, they ain't taking his box. He ain't praying. They're not taking that box. Y'all can't take my man box. That's a classic, Slim. They can't take my man classic.
They take my man box. It's a classic, Slim. Funny as sad. So yeah, they definitely trying to they're trying to run up at people. They've been real cruddy. These damn feds. These feds are playing real cruddy. They towing cars. They running up at people's cars. I wouldn't be surprised if they running up at people's cars while ain't nobody there. I wouldn't be surprised if they plant shit. I'm gonna just be real. If they running up at people and ain't nobody even around, you're not talking about just running up people in people's cars and they're not giving consent. They're not even around, which means they could be putting some shit in your car, waiting for you to pull off and then stopping you because they know you got some shit in your car. Just saying. Okay, we can't put nothing past these bastards. They are very wicked, okay, and they do not have any boundaries. So yeah, we can't put nothing past them. They absolutely would do something like that. They're even going this far. I'm like, we can't put nothing past these people.
Oh look, he turned it on. He turned it back on. Hey, get their ass to lift right to jail, huh? Hey, get their ass to lift right to jail.
Sonata is crazy.
They in the aliens bleed, Oh, FBI.
Then with the ski easy
Hey, what do HSI stand for?
Homeland Security.
I knew it. I said it myself.
The ski easy on.
Oh, they in the Toyota with the New Jerseys. Oh my God. Homeland Security investigation. Oh Lord, boy. They just packed up quick as. The junk got the lift. Nah, turn the light back on.
He said, "Oh, you lift right to jail." No, these niggas is popping up as Lyft drivers. They're driving anything, and this ain't the first time I see that too. They're driving Toyotas, Hondas, damn Jeeps. They driving all types of shit. Okay. Oh damn. Oh, hold up. Almost got exposed. 2 seconds. Yo, these niggas is they're driving all types of stuff though. So it's not really like you can recognize them. I mean, certain cars, you know what certain marked cars look like. So it just is what it is. But make sure we good. You know what certain marked cars look like, certain police cars, but they are really pulling up like a Lyft driver. Would you really expect a police car to have a Lyft sign on it? Like, now y'all just like, that's why I'm like, they just being cruddy, they being hella dirty, they are playing foul. Because setting a nigga up with a Lyft driver is crazy. That's insane. All right. So yeah, but I understand they've even been running up at people's houses, at least ICE. That's more so for ICE, should I say, that immigration thing. They've been getting people off all social media for as far as ICE. They've been finding the illegals on social media and running up in their house. So that ain't really got nothing to do with us. But yeah, these people are cruddy though, man. These people are crazy. They cruddy. They grimy. Yeah, we can't put nothing past them. But it's crazy though. You said that we're not sweating it in DC. Not really. That's why I'm like, even the brothers who was in that video that was laughing. Like, oh, y'all gonna give them a lift right to jail because yeah, a lot of brothers are moving smart. A lot of brothers, a lot of sisters, even the sisters I just showed y'all in the video before, they was exposing. They was a recording because they was being harassed. They was recording because they knew that they was either about to or they were actually violating someone's rights right then. So that's why they was recording because a lot of that's what I'm like up here. The energy is a little bit different with police. I talked about that on my last live too. It's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? People up here are not here. I think it's just a northern type thing, that aggressiveness that a lot of people have. It's like it's a part of the culture up here. You know what I'm saying? The culture up here. So it's like getting all that, yes, sir, being scared of police. A lot of people is not. They like, man, a lot of niggas will hold their nuts. Let me just say that on your ass. On these police. They will hold their nuts on these police and not give 2 damns, okay, about the consequences afterwards. Because they're not scared. So, but yeah, let me see this. And they're not worried about it. They know their rights and shit. So yeah, black people, ignorance. Definitely handling ourselves very well from what I've seen thus far with this federal takeover. Now, this is absolutely
it's so cold.
Okay, I can't. I'm about to get copyrighted. A Homeland Security tweeted we're iced out, and they attached this video along with it, which was weird as hell, to say the least. Definitely odd behavior. Let's see what's going on. It's like a Homeland Security like music video or like promo vid, like a video just to show their presence in DC. I don't know. But yeah, very weird that they put this out and then put iced out. It's like, I get it. We know y'all are here. We know that they was actually ICE was already here before the federal takeover because they was here for immigration. So we know that y'all niggas here. I'm just like, I'm confused. I don't know. That was just weird. The Baby, out of all songs, y'all chose the Baby song. Well, of course y'all chose the Baby. Of course y'all gonna use a Black American artist. Duh. Of course that. But I don't know. It's just hella random. That was really weird for them to tweet that out. Iced out. Egregious. Last thing. Now, again, this is only happening in DC. Now they are supposed to do this, and I think they said they're supposed to. Trump is trying to spread out to like 10 more states, if I'm not mistaken. I got to look into it. But if I'm not mistaken, he's trying to spread out to a few more states. But this is the governor of Maryland, the state I'm living in. I've talked about Westmore before. He's not an FBA, okay? But he's talking about what he thinks about the National Guard being deployed here and how he feels about it as the mayor and the governor. I'm sorry, the governor, because he would be in control. He would give the yes or no if that happens. So let's see how he feels.
I am the commander-in-chief of the Maryland National Guard. Period and full stop. That I'm the 63rd governor of the state of Maryland, but along with that means I am the commander-in-chief of our state's National Guard and our state's Air Guard. And I will not authorize the usage of our National Guard for something that is not mission critical or mission aligned. Period and full stop. So if the idea comes in, or if the request comes in to mobilize a National Guard in either one of our cities or another city, and I do not deem it to be mission critical or mission aligned, I can give you my answer in one word: no. Because as the commander-in-chief, this is something I take very seriously. And I take it very seriously, both from a professional perspective, but also from a personal perspective. because unlike the President of the United States, I've actually worn the uniform of this country. Unlike the President of the United States, I actually deployed overseas and fought on behalf of the United States of America. I know what it's like to say goodbye to my family. I know what it's like to wear a U.S. issued military uniform. I know what it's like to patrol communities. And so I do not need and will not accept any type of lecture from someone who the only uniform they have worn is a Brooks Brothers suit about how to utilize members of the National Guard.
I'm weak. All right, so what's more said, basically, I'm not with that shit. He said it would have to be actually basically what he said was it would have to be absolutely necessary for me to approve them coming out here, which right now there's no reason
mission critical
at this very moment for us to need the National Guard. Honestly, DC didn't need it, to be honest. DC's crime rate has been going down and it's been at its lowest, I think, this year. It was at its lowest this year. So it's in the last 4 years. I think last year was the lowest it's been in the last 4 years, if I'm not mistaken, the crime rates. So yeah, we honestly DC didn't need it. So I mean, let's hope he keeps these two edit holders. I don't really trust Westmore, so he's saying this, but he could just be saying this to get into good graces, because it sound like you standing on business, like, oh yeah, I'm the governor and I wore the Super 4 and I'm not listening to some man who ain't never wore no damn suit about what I need to do with the troops. I know what to do with the troops and they don't need to come here only if they absolutely necessary. It's like, I guess it sound good, nigga. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I guess we're gonna have to see. But we absolutely don't need no damn National Guard here. So hopefully he does keep his word on that and he doesn't let them come out here because we don't need no troops out here. Maryland is not that fucking bad. It's fine. Might get straight. Even the southeast parts of Maryland, that's what people call like the DC parts, is like right there on the borderline of DC, damn near DC. Like even those parts ain't like, I don't think it's to the point where we need national fucking troops, but it's not a point where we need a damn federal takeover. So no, I don't see that happening for Maryland anytime soon. I forgot what the list was though. It was definitely a list of like 10 or 15 states where they're supposed to be going next, where the troops are supposed to be going next, or they're supposed to also be deploying troops at. But Maryland don't need to be one of them places. I'm sorry. It's just DC didn't need to be one of them places. Honestly, not as many as they sent there. That DC ain't even that fucking big. So I don't think we need this, but we're gonna see because Westmore, I don't trust, bro. So I'm like, I mean, he could be, he's saying the right thing, but we're gonna see if he actually made it. We'll just have to tell. It'll be the test of time to see if he lying or not. Oh, this ain't the way my I don't know what it's gonna look like this. I feel like it's too much space. Was this further over? I feel like my TV should be like, did I move this one? I don't think I touched it. I don't know. Maybe I just don't got to turn right. Nah. Not again. Whatever. We're not sweating in DC. I need subtitles. You talking about for the DC videos? Accent crazy. Accent is strong. I salute ADC TV in the chat. Salute DC Thanos. Yeah, DC. That's another thing because y'all know that they deployed troops from Mississippi, South Carolina, like southern troops, southern states. They got some troops from some southern states, and a lot of people were saying like that could be a problem because you got these anti-black ass people from West Bumblefuck that may have never even interacted with Black Americans before, and now you come here trying to police us, and then y'all are overly policing us today because y'all doing things that honestly the local police don't even fucking do. Pulling people over and giving people tickets for and locking people up for shit that local police don't even do, even if they have the right to do so. So y'all come out here pressure shit, just throwing charges at people, trying to wrap niggas up, and you expect there for that to be no type of friction, no type of problem there, that could cause some serious issues or serious fatalities, if not anything. Knock on wood, that doesn't happen. And it has not happened, thank God. So, but you do gotta, I think a part of the reason why that has not happened though is because they're not used to us either. You know what I'm saying? Like, although even if they were in the South and they may have been interacting with Black people down there, the Black people in the South, especially deep South, operate differently from the Black people up north. You know what I'm saying? Or on the East Coast, like the culture, the vibes, the energy, it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? And not to say they don't be standing on business in the South, because I've seen some brothers in the South stand on business. Okay, but the way in which we move, like the way in which up north, northern and southern, like it's a little bit different. And definitely with the northern, it's a lot more aggressive, assertive. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just kind of the natural way of how people talk up here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like combating that with a, you know, even if it is like a more docile southern police officer to come down here that's anti-black, they might not even know how to interact. You know, that might make them concede seeing how much you like not giving a fuck about what this. They're not used to you being like, nigga, you ain't about to touch. What the fuck you think this is? You know, they're not used to that pushback so immediate, you know, or so aggressively. Like, you know, so that could be a bit of a culture shock for some of them, at least the southern ones. But even those from some people that's coming from other parts of the country, it could just be a different culture, you know, like a culture shock, and that could be why that's not happening, you know. So yeah, you know, that could be part of the reason. But yeah, it's definitely a different type of energy up here when it come to police. You know, I done seen people say some wild ass shit to police, and I'm like, damn, that you can't do shit about that. You really can't do shit about that, can you? Egregious. So yeah, but it's egregious. That's just, yeah. I'm right here in the Congress Heights. In Congress Heights, the feds are everywhere. Egregious. Stay in a crib. Okay. They need to deploy them in white neighborhoods to stop their mass shooters. Yeah, they should. That's who they should be deploying them at. No bad. That's a fact. And if they come to Maryland, that's exactly where y'all need to go. Go to them white neighborhoods. Go on out to them white outskirts. All right. Go ahead and find them young men that's in them little that's out there in the rural areas of Maryland in Platten. All this caught up in this white supremacist rhetoric. Go ahead and hit up their houses, hit up their cars, go ahead and set them up with some checkpoints. Go ahead and get them together. All right. Because DC is good. Black FBA is over here. We good. All right. Let me get them off here. It's been 1:15. I actually need to wash my hair. I ain't even washed my hair yet from them damn braids. It's like y'all ain't hear that. I'm gonna do it though. I'm about to do it tonight for real. I'm gonna do it if I go to sleep, I think. Cause I can't go another day, man. I gotta wash my head. Yo, I need my hair back. Jesus. Anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Put something in the comments, even if you want to chat now. Go ahead and leave a comment for the algorithm. I do appreciate you. Comment on anything that I've talked about tonight. I don't care. Just let me know what your comments. Let me know about that Drake thing. I'm gonna go back and probably look that up. But y'all, if y'all could put it in the comments for me what's going on with that Drake thing, that would be great too. Just be a lot easier for me at least. But I mean, all I gotta do is Google it. But just let me know what you think about that Drake thing too. Okay, and at Essence Festival, that CEO stepping down. Y'all think we pressured her into stepping down? Let me know what your thoughts in the comments below. Other than that, baby, that's all I got. Make sure y'all follow me on the gram, ZZ Rants, TikTok, ZZ Rants, X, ZZ Rants, everything is ZZ Rants, baby. It's floating across the screen. The link is in the description. Ain't no excuse. Go hit me, holler at me, follow me. You a real one from Rockin' with the Realest, and if you really a real one, you gonna subscribe to that Patreon and get that exclusive content, or become a member on my channel. Either way, it's appreciated. Either way. And I always forget to shout out my merch. If you want some merch, maybe I'll wear a shirt on my next live. But you want some egregious? It's not egregious though, but it's say egregious. You want some egregious merch? Please hit the link in my description. The links are there. I appreciate your support in advance. Yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Okay, Great Black Shirt. Shout out to you, Marcus Moore, Bro Fly Lineage, Amira, Spirit of Justice, Chill, Russell. I appreciate all y'all. Yes, I'm real ones. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. B1.
We do not play, but I grin.